13 WMAZ Morning starts now.
It is a rainy and stormy start to the day. We already have a few flash flood warnings out there. I'll take you through our rainy pattern and when we could finally dry out. It's coming up.
Another arrest made in a Twiggs County double homicide case. How investigators believe the latest suspect knew the victims.
And a stabbing at the Bibb County Jail leaves one inmate hurt. What the sheriff is saying about the attack and where it happened in the jail.
Atrium Health Navison is offering free mammograms all day, and I'm going to have the details for you in just a few minutes.
A good Wednesday morning. You're taking a live look over Watson Boulevard out there in beautiful Warner Robins. The time is now 6:30 a.m. on this October the 6th. You definitely want to take your time out there this morning. I'm Wanye Reese.
And I'm Caitlin Heck. You saw in that sky cam the road's already wet, and Courtney, we're still getting some more rain this morning.
That's right, yeah, and this very heavy band of rain issuing flash flood warnings across the area. So that means that there is flooding out there. So standing water in the roads, you do not want to drive into it. We had reports of that yesterday in parts of Monroe County. You just want to take it easy out there. We can't stress that enough. Right now, the heaviest of rain falling in parts of Bibb County. Some heavy rain still lingering in parts of now Macon County, also southern Houston that just came out of Dooley County. Notice the Bon Air area, so parts of eastern Houston County, western Twiggs County getting a lot of rain. Again, the heaviest here in Bibb County for the morning. The rainfall rates within this 1 to 2 inches an hour. That is a lot of water. It's going to reduce visibility. It's going to make driving conditions tough for the start of the day. This is all moving to the north, so heads up in places like Monroe County, also Jones County, as this band of rain is going to make it up your way, and we have a lot of moisture in our environment, so I do expect this to hold together. We do have our rainy pattern to stay with us just a few more days before we can finally start to dry out. I'll take you through it all in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Courtney. We'll check back in with you very soon. We're now learning more about what investigators believe happened in a Twiggs County double homicide that happened nearly a month ago.
It comes as the second man now sits in jail in the case. Sheriff Darren Mitchum says Monday night they arrested Winier Lester. He says Lester was a former employee of Fred White's construction company and also a friend of Charles Rowland. Rowland is the other man charged in the case. Mitchum says the two men worked together to plan a burglary of Fred and Peggy White's home while the couple wasn't there. He believes it was Lester's job to let Rowland know when the couple left a job site to head home.
But the plan went south when the Whites arrived home. The sheriff says Rowland apparently panicked when the couple saw him parked by the side of the road and shot them. Mitchum is confident these are the only two men involved and says it feels good they were able to find the suspects in just a month.
Very satisfying and rewarding, you know, for me and my investigative staff. They've worked tirelessly on this case since it began, and you know, and I'm sure it is as well for the family.
Mitchum says after meeting with the district attorney's office, there could be more charges for both Rowland and Lester.
Now Lester faces murder, burglary, and theft by taking charges. Well, right now, a Bibb County Jail inmate is recovering after a stabbing, and now the sheriff's office is looking into the case. It happened early Monday morning in the jail. Sheriff David Davis says another inmate stabbed 24-year-old Arlandis Fort in the legs, head, and face. The suspect is Robert Ottman Jr., who's currently in jail on murder charges. Davis says Fort is in stable condition and should be okay. The sheriff says the attack happened in a cell block where they're currently renovating cell door latches, a project that's been in the works since the summer. According to jail records, Ford has been there for about 9 months on several charges, including arson.
Now to 3 stories from across the state you should know. Authorities say at least one person is dead after a plane crash in East Georgia. A McDuffie County Sheriff's Major says deputies got call of a missing plane yesterday morning. They searched the area and found the wreckage in a field. He says it appeared to be heading to Thompson-McDuffie County Airport. The major confirmed it was a deadly crash, but they say that they don't know how many people were on board just yet or died. The National Transportation Safety Board says the plane was a business jet. The city of Atlanta is making some changes, adding new offices, including one to help with crime. City Council approved them yesterday. One is focused on helping keep people safe. Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms created the Office of Violence Reduction. The group will work on many things, including crime prevention, hiring more officers, expanding cameras, and working on public awareness. The Anti-Violence Council, which is made up of people in the city, recommended the task. An indicted district attorney is now suspended. Governor Brian Kemp signed an executive order Monday suspending Chattahoochee Circuit DA Mark Jones. It lasts until his case is resolved or the end of his term, whichever comes first. Jones was indicted on charges of criminal misconduct while in office. The indictment accuses Jones of trying to influence a police officer's testimony offering bribes to prosecutors in his office and trying to influence and prevent the testimony of a crime victim. Jones does deny those charges.
Well, a new report is giving a glimpse at how many lives vaccines may have saved in Georgia. One major airline is now the only one not requiring employees to roll up their sleeves, and another vaccine could be a step closer to getting a booster shot. Let's catch you up on 3 COVID-19 headlines we're following this morning. A report from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services shows COVID-19 vaccines may have helped prevent about 700 deaths among seniors in Georgia between January and May of this year. It also shows the shots may have kept about 2,100 hospitalizations from happening and around 5,100 new cases. Monday, Southwest made an announcement saying all employees must be vaccinated by December 8th in order to comply with the federal government's vaccine rules. This now makes Delta the only major airline to not require the shot. Delta took certain steps toward vaccinating its staff, but stopped short of a mandate. In May, the Atlanta-based airline required all new hires to be vaccinated against COVID-19. And in August, Delta said it would raise health insurance premiums for unvaccinated employees to cover higher health care costs. That begins next month. Unvaccinated staff are tested weekly and they must wear a mask. Johnson & Johnson could be a step closer to getting booster shot approval. The company says it filed a request with the agency to authorize boosters for people who previously got their one-shot vaccine. The FDA is gathering its outside panel of advisors next week to review booster data from both J&J and Moderna. It is the first step in a review process that also includes sign-off from both the FDA and CDC leaders. Last month, the FDA authorized booster shots of Pfizer's vaccine for older Americans and other groups at higher COVID-19 risk. All right, the time is now 6:36. We just heard it on the roof, a huge downpour of rain.
It was definitely coming down really hard.
That's right, and that is going to continue throughout the day today. These downpours that have been rolling through the area the past few days, I mean, in just 48 hours, some spots have picked up 4 or 5 inches of rain.
Wow,
it's been
absolutely
insane.
amazing.
Yeah.
So any parents, I know they're going to want to take their time this morning.
Yes. That's
Kids getting on the
right.
school bus, just please take your time.
And bus drivers especially too. Yeah, it is really a rainy morning out there, and specifically along the I-75 corridor, which makes it only that much worse because that's a popular commute spot for a lot of you getting ready to head out the door. So we're going to take you through it all. First, a flash flood warning that's in effect until 10:30 for Dooley and Houston County. It looks like for the most part, that heavy band of rain that warranted for that warning is out of that area, with the exception of it looks like eastern Houston County. We also have a flash flood warning now in effect for parts of Bibb, Houston, Peach, and Twiggs, and that goes until 12:15 this afternoon. And that is all thanks to that same band, the one that I mentioned, riding up along the 75 corridor for the start of the morning. Very, very heavy rain within this. Rainfall rates 1 to 2 inches an hour. So as this moves to the north, it could drop ½ an inch of rain over your area very quickly. That is going to warrant for the potential for that flooding in the road. And of course, it's already out there. That's why there's those warnings in effect. So standing water is going to be in the roads for the start of the day. So here is eastern Houston, where we're getting some rain and storms, very heavy rain towards the Bon Air area. It looks like a heavy downpour starting to fire up in Macon County and then Bibb County. This is what we heard here over the station. This very heavy rain moving through Lizella, Rutland, Macon, moving up to the north into Jones County and Monroe County this morning. The roads are going to be wet. Not only do we have this band of rain causing us the flooding problems this morning, we had a lot of rain through the overnight. Take it from me, take it from Wanye, take it from Caitlin. We were all talking about it this morning, how wet the roads were driving into work, and that was before that batch of rain came through. So can't stress it enough, take it easy. We will continue to have the potential for more on and off heavier downpours. That flash flood watch is still in effect until Thursday morning for the counties highlighted in green. Flash flooding will remain a possibility as we go through the next couple of days. And this is why it's that large weather system that really is not moving. The center of it right here, you can see it spinning. It's pulling in a lot of Gulf moisture. You see these blue colors here that are along the panhandle, also here in central Georgia. That's indicating a lot of moisture, Gulf moisture, tropical in nature. So we're going to continue to have that potential for heavy tropical downpours on and off throughout the day. It's not going to be a constant rain all day long, that light little pesky rain. No, it's going to be on and off heavier tropical downpours throughout the morning into the afternoon. And notice where a lot of it sets up along the 75 corridor and points west. That's why that flash flood warning is in effect for our northwestern counties. Can't be ruled out in places like Taylor and Macon County, I don't think, because you have picked up a lot of rain and clearly more is on the way. That commute home tonight does look like it's going to be raining. Maybe tomorrow morning, where we are doing a show live from the fair tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Wanye is going to be out there. Maybe we could have a little bit of a lull in the rain, but more will be on the way as we head into the afternoon as our pattern stays very much the same. Unfortunately, of course, tomorrow, the first day of the fair, we're really excited about it, but unfortunately, the weather not going to be ideal. We will have showers possible for the time gates open at 3, and then very much like we're seeing today, those on and off rain and storms, some heavier downpours will be possible. Today alone, we could pick up another 0.4 of an inch to over an inch of rain. Notice where most of the rain is falling along 75 and west, and by the time we're all said and done with our rainy pattern, which hopefully will be by Friday night, we could add another 2 inches of rain. So flash flooding, also river flooding. It does look like the Ocmulgee will go into minor flood stage by Friday. That's all going to be possible until we can finally bring our rainy stretch of weather to an end, hopefully by Friday night. And look, we look mainly dry Saturday through Tuesday of next week.
Well, thank you, Courtney. Still ahead around 6:45 this morning.
Behind this door, we have a special teacher who is making a difference in the lives of children. My Teacher's Tops is coming up.